How's it going, Warriors Alive? I'm If, the Lalafell and paid professional gaslighter, apparently. And today, I'm breaking my schedule to offer some clarity and respond to some of the comments from my previous video, linked right here. How's that for actual continuity in a myth video, you lime-flavoured jibby wobbles? Now, before we dive in, I want to own up to something. Maybe a few of my points didn't land quite how I hoped. That's on me. Sometimes my dry sense of humour and brutal honesty get lost in translation. Like when your parents walk in whilst you're AFK in limbs and suddenly you're on your knees trying to convince them it's not prawn. Meh, who am I kidding? I get stuck in a lot of washing machines. So this video is me trying to clear the air, straighten things out, and maybe even save a few feelings along the way. So here we are, a response video to clear things up, because some folks seem to think I hate add-ons, ignore casual players, or just want to start fights for fun. Spoiler alert, I don't. Some Lalafells just wanna watch the world burn. Let's go! Now, before some of you start grabbing pitchforks, put your penis down, Greg, this is not that kind of video, and reporting this video to your FC's HR department, let me be crystal clear. This video is here to clarify, not crucify. I'm not calling anyone out by name. I'm not sending my viewers to bully your catboys, and I'm definitely not weaponizing the algorithm to start beef with someone who just likes playing Dragoon with a side of a spreadsheet. If you think this video is about you, that's between you, your conscience, and the 12. But there will be no names, no witch hunts. And if anyone does locate those responsible for the comments I'm responding and decide you're going to harass them, I'll be very disappointed in you, because it's YouTube and I can't do much else. If you still feel personally attacked by what comes next, I don't know, man. Log off. Oh, except this guy. Fuck this guy. Right, so keeping with the format from the last video, our first point wasn't really a dumb take, more of an honourable mention aimed at people who think DPS is the easiest role in the game. TLDR, I said I get why people think that, but I personally think it's mostly due to a lack of context or nuance, especially around the actual responsibilities of DPS when played well. Now surprisingly, most folks agreed with that point, which, honestly, I didn't expect. But one recurrent pushback was that without a tank or healer, everyone dies. Without DPS, the fight just takes longer. That might sound reasonable on paper until you remember DPS checks and rage timers exist. The fight doesn't just take longer, you fail. There is no slow victory. You don't get a longer run time, you get a loading screen. And when I pointed that out, the counter was, well, that's only in Savage and Ultimate, and that I was ignoring the casual player base. Right. So only in the content where the actual failure states exist. If your take can't survive there, then it's not actually applicable to all content, is it? That's just logic, not me discounting casuals as second-class citizens. It's like saying you can breathe anywhere. Technically true, until you go underwater, or into space, or literally any environment that challenges that assumption. DPS isn't easiest, and the fact that it doesn't punish you as instantly in the easier stuff doesn't negate that point. And just to be absolutely clear, me pushing back on the idea that DPS is the easiest doesn't mean I'm claiming tanking and healing are low stake cakewalks. Healers are under constant pressure to keep the run alive, manage cooldown, adjust on the fly and carry the group when things fall apart. And tanks have to deal with me, because when I mess up I shout aggro and blame them. Each role has its own kind of stress, its own unique challenges. What I'm saying is, if you're going to rank the difficulty, you need to compare what each role is asked to do at the highest level, not just what you experience in casual roulettes. Next up, let's talk about the response to hide and logs equals bad player take I responded to. This one popped up a lot, and honestly, most of the logic behind it boiled down to one thing: assumption of guilt. If you hide your logs, you must be hiding something. If your logs are private, then you're lying about your progression, etc. Which, nah, I've been hiding them for a long time. Not because I'm ashamed or trying to fake clears, but because 1, I talk on the internet. And when you say anything online, people in this community will cherry pick your logs to discredit you instead of engaging with your point. It even happened in that video, people telling me my opinion is invalid because I hide my logs, as if that number could harm the intellectual merit of the point I was making. I could drop a solid opinion on encounter design and get hit with lol, 70 pass, it's tiring. It's like showing up to a book club and getting told you can't critique the ending unless you wrote it. 2, my logs weren't a full picture anyway. Before my break I was in a static that didn't log. So the only logs out there were from random party finders, polls where I was helping others clear, learning alt jobs, or practicing phases. Someone browsing my FFLogs at the time isn't going to go, oh, he was helping a BLM learn P5S. They're going to go, lol, no clear. They're not going to dig any deeper. And 3, and this one's personal, it's a slippery slope to me, having raided in WoW for nearly 20 years. If I start uploading logs to be more transparent, then I start getting rejected because I might not be their favourite flavour of purple or orange. I know exactly what I'd be tempted to do if I felt like I've hit my current peak though. Level the playing field with the best parsers, aka install add-ons, stack ACT triggers, overlay cast times, attack bots, Splatoon, etc, etc. And I don't want to do that. Not because I hate add-ons, but because I don't care enough to chase perfect colours on a bar graph. I want to play clean, have fun, and not be a slave to advantages against TOS. So yeah, if hiding my logs is a red flag to you and you don't want to take me for that reason, cool. That's a trade I accept. But personally, I'd rather be judged in the fight I'm in, not by a spreadsheet I never uploaded from a run I didn't even know was logged. You can't boil down player quality to colour-coded numbers and expect that to be the whole story. That's not analysis. That's astrology with extra steps. And honestly, I've never been kicked from a PF mid-raid. So clearly I'm not a disaster. We did briefly talk about positionals not being good for the game because of how they limit fight design and make you hate your life as any job that has to do the dance of, oh shit, wait, did that even hit? But to be honest, if you disagreed with that, you're wrong. It makes you a bad person, and I'm gonna tell Xeno on you. You puppy punching kitten slappers. And now we arrive at the volcano take. Ah yes, the spicy meatball, the firebomb, the certified I've lost it moment. I reacted to the idea that add-ons aren't cheating, so let me be clear about what I meant to get across there, because I think the point got buried under the molten lava of my own delivery. It doesn't matter how you use add-ons, or why you use them. By default, they're considered cheating. Not by me, not by your FC's Parser Goblin, by Square Enix. Their terms, their game, their rules. No input from me. Now, I don't hate add-ons. I don't hate the people who use them. I appreciate the value they can have, and so does Square, considering the fact they've eventually added a few to the base game. The vast majority of the time, I don't judge anyone for admitting to using them either. People use them for all kinds of reasons. Accessibility, comfort, information clarity, immersion, anti-lag, anti-flat chest and ass. And those are all valid, seriously. But my counter wasn't aimed at those people. It was aimed at a very specific subset of players. You know the ones. The I've got 12 plugins that tell me when to breathe types. The ones who push every single mechanical advantage available, then turn around and act like gods because their pass is the same colour as a mid fruit. You goddamn right I just dropped an anti-orange hate into a clarity video. Sue me. And even that would be fine if they didn't follow up by belittling everyone who wasn't playing the game with a full hood of third-party code whispering the secrets of the universe in their ear. I'm sorry, but if you're stacking every advantage, playing tool-assisted, then flaming someone for not matching your numbers when they're playing raw, you're not just sweaty, you're not just cracked, you're a cunt. And no, I'm not apologising, because it's true. That was the volcano take. Not add-ons bad, but don't use add-ons to act better than others. Use them, enjoy them. Just don't be a sanctimonious prick about it. So, I'm a Lalafell, a professional button masher, a part-time DPS enjoyer, and apparently a full-time gaslighter, villain, and certified menace, depending on which corner of the comment section you got lost in. Let me be real with you for a second. I write jokes. It's kind of my thing. I make weird little videos with dramatic music, big claims, and dumb visual edits of me slapping NPCs. It's theatre, it's satire, it's chaos with purpose, but none of it is ever meant to be personal. I don't hate add-on users. I don't think dumb takes mean dumb people. I don't want to punch casuals in the face. Okay, maybe the ones not using the AoEs in level 100 dungeons, but it's a punch out of love. The jokes I make are always aimed at the idea, not the person. The take, not the name attached to it. Unless you're the wrong guy who uses every add-on under the sun and then calls someone a skill issue because they play on console. In which case, yeah, you can catch a scripted roast in a half. But for everyone else, I don't want you to feel like this is some coordinated witch hunt. This channel is a weird little corner of the internet, where I scream about Final Fantasy XIV like it wronged me in a past life. But under the memes, under the fire, it's always coming from a place of love for this game, and for the chaotic, messy, opinionated community that surrounds it. I love you guys. So if I came off too strong, if something I said didn't land how I meant it to, that's on me. I'm not above critique. I just happen to be small enough to duck under it. And hey, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Seriously, we're not always going to agree. But if you got to the end of this video and you're still listening, thank you. That means you at least gave me the time, and that matters to me more than winning an argument. So remember, you are not your logs, you're not your item level, you're not susceptible to a sudden video ending, and you're definitely not